Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to get backs. Into the space that I'm in. They call me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I find no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a Gamu. The hardest blood on my tongue. Thickness is warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist but you smell me. One spark and I bet you I'ma blow up. They throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. My verse is thinking in his man but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm jerking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat out the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, come be brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the planks, you use a Decepticon. Straight rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80 they can throw they like. Up in the storage and I'm E-man. Up, down, down, then I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beating. Ninja Turtle rap, turtle plans to defeat it. High samurai, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A. And I bet you can't stop us. LL bad, when I go and show up, you can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
What's up, what's up, what's up? What is going on, everybody? This is your man, Dre Mac, coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. Of course, this is Death Battle Fridays, and we have a good death battle for you today that we're reacting to. Batman Beyond versus Spider-Man 2099. And I have not seen this at all whatsoever. We're still doing Marvel versus DC until I get all the Marvel versus DC stuff out the way. And then I'm gonna start moving to some other stuff, you know, some characters and stuff like that from the world of anime and all kinds of other places that, you know, I don't even know about. So, you know, we're going to get into this today, but hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant Reacts channel. But you already know what it is. The real question is, all right. Let me see who is all in the house right now. Marley Moore, good morning. I've not seen this, so I don't know what's gonna happen. But I believe it's going to be a real good death battle, though. Roberta, the church auntie, good morning. Let me see. Priscetta is in here. Good morning. Kiro Black is in here. Good morning. And I know people are going to be filing in here soon to see who is going to win a death battle. Andre Ware is up in here. What's up? And in this one, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know with Batman is a character that is basically a human being. To me, that is crazy. That beats up on people just looking for a job. Maybe that job is with a guy that has clown makeup on, or he likes to use a deep freezer as a place to stay, or, you know, you know, it's just a lot of things that's going on. You know what I'm saying? So he breaks backs from time to time. You know what I mean? He got a lot of stuff going on. Give him a break. But so Spider-Man versus Batman, I seen that, and Spider-Man beat the brakes off of Batman. You can't prep time for Spider-Man. So will he be able to prep time for Spider-Man 2099, even though Peter Parker and Miguel O'Hara has two totally different move sets? I think this is going to be a good one, y'all. What's up? Xavier Phoenix is up here. Good morning. So without further ado, let's get this going here. Let me share my screen and let's get into, hey, Tracy Woods. Good morning. Let's get into this death battle. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who would win this death battle. What is up, Tina? AKA Minty Guys. And when I picked somebody last time, I completely lost that I thought was going to win. I completely lost. I thought Vegeta was at least going to be able to hang with Thor. Nope. Nowhere close. Exactly, Marley Marr. That's exactly what Batman be doing. Beating up on the homeless and mentally handicapped. Man just trying to get a job. Guy with a clown mask comes around and say, "You want the job?" And he's like, "Sure, I ain't doing nothing else. I'm homeless." You know what I'm saying? The guy provides him with, good work benefits and all of that. Just, and Batman comes along and breaks this guy's leg. Now you got to go get medical attention, all of this stuff, puts him in a coma. What about that guy's family, Batman? What about his family? So, yeah. Batman is an abuser. The Batman is the one who's crazy. So I'm just saying. But let's get into this death battle. Put in the comment section. Put in the chat right now, or put in the comment section. Who do you think will win? Batman Beyond from the future or Spider-Man 2099? I'm going to give my early prediction on Spider-Man 2099. That's what I'm giving my early prediction on right now. I just feel like it's Miguel O'Hara. So I'm just saying. What is his name? I know McGinnis is dope, but Nick guy, I don't know about this one. All right, let's get to it. But put it in the chat or put it in the comment section. Watch this on a replay. Who do you think will win this death battle? Batman Beyond or Spider-Man 2099? Let's go.
The future. Everyone wants to see it, and why not? It has robots, flying cars, and, of course, superheroes.
Yeah, the future still has those, but they're even cooler because of all the sweet gadgets.
Like Terry McGinnis, the Batman Beyond.
And Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man from 2099. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job.
I ain't gonna lie. Miguel O'Hara in the comics is dope. Matter of fact, it's a lot of people in the 2099 universe that are damn near better than their, I won't say better. They're just more vicious than their actual 616 counterpart. Let me just put it more like that. The 2099 universe before we went to the Ultimate Universe was crazy. Only one that wasn't as good as the original was the Black Panther 2099. Everybody else, the 2099 version wasn't that bad.
Job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Terry McGinnis was your average futuristic high school student.
Have y'all noticed death battle always starts with the guy that's going to lose first? Maybe that's just me.
You went to future raves, complained about future problems, had a future girlfriend. Yeah, the usual.
Until one fateful day when Terry got into a fight with a group of jokers.
What's he got against comedians?
A gang called the...
So in there, it said that he got in trouble by hanging with some bad dudes and went to juvie for 3 months. Oh, that makes you a really bad boy. Oh, God.
Jokers. Like the Joker,
Ah, but with a Z, because it's the future.
Well, naturally. After possibly the most dangerous motorcycle chase ever put on television,
Yeah, it's cool. He's got a helmet.
Terry found himself inside an isolated mansion owned by an elderly billionaire named Bruce Wayne. Here, he stumbled
5'10",
upon the most
170,
important
former
revelation
gang
in
member.
his life.
Bruce Wayne is Batman! Oh, what a surprise! Well, more like he was Batman. He'd retired from
Alright,
crime fighting years ago, because, he just...
So retired after he was forced to use a gun to survive a criminal encounter. You know, Batman's biggest thing is not using guns, but he'll beat you into a coma, but don't use no gun.
was a bitch.
Wait a minute, after decades of secrecy, a punk teenager just happens to stumble into the Batcave? For crying out loud, if he'd found my secret lair, he'd have been vaporized on the spot.
Exactly.
Yeah! Anyway, Terry's roller coaster of a day still wasn't over. Turns out his dad got murdered.
Dad?
Well,
Bummer.
they love.
So he did what any emotionally
I said they love killing people's daddies, boy. Jeez.
charged teen who wants to avenge their dad would do. He stole the bat suit.
But not the old cape and cowl of yesteryear. This was the latest and most advanced Batsuit. Terry McGinnis didn't just become the all-new Batman. He was Batman Beyond.
You ever wonder what would happen if Batman got a hold of an Iron Man suit? It's basically that.
Flight.
And damn, he looks freaking...
Like flight, cutting laser, forearm grappling guns, electroshock system, cloaking. But who is teaching Batman? Well, I mean, he's already been trained by Dick Grayson, Bruce Wayne, and somebody else. But I don't think he's in. Yeah, no.
freaking red.
The Batsuit's nanotechnology greatly enhances his strength and provides several thin yet strong layers of ballistic and environmental protection.
And he can fly. He can soar faster than a speeding future car, and he's really nimble in the air. Plus, he can always give his punches and kicks a literal rocket boost.
The suit sports over 24 other gadgets for combat and espionage. He has a wrist-mounted grappling hook that can extend over 50 feet. There's a cloaking device, a lock decoder, finger microphones, climbing claws, an underwater breather, thermal and binocular vision, extendable spikes on his arms, flashbang grenades, triple-weighted bolas, a buzzsaw, and even retractable tweezers.
Splinters are no laughing matter. And don't forget all those sweet, sweet batarangs. These new age ninja stars are even sharper and more compact than before, and they come in a variety of delightful flavors, like explosive, ensnaring, and electrifying. Terry's got a solid throwing arm and can even disarm multiple opponents with a single shot.
It's crazy in cartoons. You just literally put on the suit, and now you can just do everything the previous guy just did without no training and 3 months in juvie. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
If he's feeling a bit lazy, he can always just use his arm launchers to fire batarang discs.
Also, when anyone gets in too close, the whole suit can act like a man-sized taser. The electric shock is strong enough to stun people spliced with animal DNA and short out heavy machinery.
But the tools don't make the man, Batman. Terry's a master martial artist with plenty of training from legends like former Robin Dick Grayson, totally real ninja Kairi Tanaga, and the former Dark Knight himself. Well, once he got over the kid stealing his suit, of course.
Bruce Wayne doesn't just serve as Terry's mentor. He's also a constant source of advice and information on the go through his direct link to the Batsuit from the Batcave.
Good thing, too, since Terry's not exactly the world's greatest detective. At least not compared to the old man.
Bruce is extremely intelligent and an expert analyst. Plus, the Batcave has some very impressive technology. Not only does it host one of the most powerful supercomputers on the planet, it's also completely...
Do you see the last one? I get it. I just don't think... It ain't Bruce fighting. So just because he has all this experience and he's training them doesn't mean he has Terry has the experience. He said Terry is a clone of the son of Bruce or some nonsense like that. I don't remember that from the show. I used to watch Batman Beyond. I don't remember that from the show, but maybe they put that in some comic or something.
Dependent on its own hydroelectric power supply and isolated network.
Hands up.
Still,
Right.
I don't care who Bruce used to be. Having an old guy barking orders in your ear sounds annoying. Like your dad's always looking over your shoulder. Or at least I imagine, because I didn't have one.
Well, Terry is Bruce Wayne's secret son.
What?
In an effort to ensure there would always be a Batman.
This is dumb. What?
Government boogeywoman Amanda Waller had secretly overwritten Warren McGinnis's reproductive DNA with that of Bruce Wayne's.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Can we listen to this explanation one more time? Because this has to be the stupidest. No, you're okay, man. You are perfectly fine. You are perfectly fine. Let's listen to this explanation one more time. This is dumb.
I imagine, because I didn't have one.
Well, Terry is Bruce Wayne's secret son.
What?
In an effort to ensure there would always be a Batman, government boogeywoman Amanda Waller had secretly overwritten Warren McGinnis's reproductive DNA with that of Bruce Wayne's.
So, like, he was just blasting Wayne babies? It's like all the fun, but you could get out of any child support case. And bonus, I guess Terry's father technically wasn't murdered. Good for him. Also, he's got all the benefits from Bruce's kick-ass genes.
Even before going through combat training, Terry was a skilled fighter, strong enough to send opponents.
This is dumb. They put it in the last episode of Justice League Unlimited. Well, that's when I just started. I watched some of it when it would come on TV, but I wasn't watching it like that because I had a job and responsibilities as an adult. With that still, it did. Hold on, wait a minute. This is why sometimes sometimes I don't like DC, because just look at this. Lifted 215,000 pound boulder. Word. This is stupid. Survived giant penny crushes, rescued the Justice League, survived heavy dose of radiation, faster than Mach 19 missiles, defeated Shrek, Stalker, Superman, Goliath, and the Justice Lords, entered the Joker threat once and for all. No. Again, this is comic writers. Like, ain't nobody gonna defeat my. If they ever did a death battle, won't nobody defeat my my creation. This is stupid. This is just absolutely positively dumb. I'm sorry.
Flying with a single punch.
In the suit, he's strong enough to lift large I-beams and this giant boulder.
He's even survived getting his leg trapped under Bruce Wayne's trophy penny.
What's so special about a penny?
Just look at it.
Holy colossal currency, Batman!
The penny's diameter is easily 20 feet wide and is frequently dated from the 1940s. This means the penny is likely composed of bronze and weighs around 166 tons.
That's more than enough to crush all the bones in your foot. But not Terry. He was up and at him like nothing happened. I mean, this guy's tough enough to take a missile to the face and then fall hundreds of stories. And all he got out of it was a couple broken ribs. What's a penny as heavy as 33 monster trucks gonna do?
He's quick enough to dodge gunfire.
This is why I say that the logic of these shows, and sometimes when they write characters, doesn't make sense. A 166-ton penny made out of brass fell on his leg, and he scooped up his leg, his ankle, all of that, chin, all of that, toes, and just ran off like it wasn't nothing. But he fell from the sky and had broken ribs. Nobody's making the connection to how dumb this sounds. Oh, God, DC.
Skilled enough to defeat lizard people and the Justice Lords. In a newer suit, he could fire concussive pulse blasts and even outraced an intercontinental missile, which can reach speeds of up to 15,000 miles per hour. That's over 19 times the speed of sound.
He's still no Bruce Wayne, though. He's kind of a punk and doesn't have the amazing smarts or expertise of Batman Classic.
You don't quite have his magnificent brain, for instance.
Damn.
You do have his heart, though.
Maybe not, but he has accomplished feats equal to his predecessor, like fighting Superman and ending the Joker threat once and for all. Clearly, Terry McGinnis has more than earned the title of Batman.
You're pretty strong for some clown who thinks he's Batman.
I am Batman. So, here's an unfortunate spoiler. The year 2099 kinda sucks.
Is
Plagued
jacked
by
up.
a massive civil war between humans and mutants, the world fell into a dystopian ruin of violence and anarchy.
Yeah,
The
it's
heroic age
wild.
had come to an end.
But some people still wanted a sequel.
Enter Miguel O'Hara, a child prodigy turned super genius with a penchant for genetic tinkering.
Miguel's skills landed him a job
I'm
at
about to say they're about the same height and weight too.
one of the biggest companies in the world, Alchemax, where he got to work trying to rebuild one of the greatest heroes of all time, Spider-Man.
Specifically, he attempted to replicate the DNA of Peter Parker, the original Spider-Man. But like most of the 21st century superheroes, not much remained of Parker outside of stories and legend. Miguel had to build his experiment from scratch, starting with a single, simple spider.
Unfortunately, Alchemax didn't have the greatest job security. After a lot of bad blood and some spilled blood, Miguel wound up accidentally getting a dose of his own creepy crawly project,
transforming him into the Spider-Man of 2099.
But future Spider-Man isn't quite the same as your grandpappy's Spidey.
That's right. Apart from the superhuman strength, speed, durability, and improved healing, Miguel's powers are entirely different. Unlike Parker, he can't actually stick to any surface. He can still wall crawl, though, using retractable talons on his fingers and toes, which also make for fairly deadly weapons in a fight.
It said these talons can easily slice through most metal material. Just think about it. You don't have the Spidey sticky sense, but you got literal talons coming out of your fingers and toes. Gross. Yeah.
In a fight.
And he's got fangs like a vampire. If he bites you, he can inject a venom that can paralyze your whole body almost instantly. Also, he may not have Petey's trusty spider sense, but his sense of sight, smell, and hearing are superfied. He can hear noises from miles away, see in the dark, and make out far-off and fast-moving objects with ease.
In fact, his senses are so acute, he wears tinted glasses to keep daylight from hurting his eyes.
And like any Spider-Man, he can shoot webs from his hands.
Miguel doesn't need compact web shooter devices on his wrists. He actually has organic spinnerets in his arms, which create and release thick, durable strings of webbing. Because they're natural, these strings are chemically identical to spider silk, with a tensile strength similar to steel.
Ew! Okay, the original Spider-Man always got...
So, technically, I like Spider-Man Unlimited too. So, technically, the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, we had organic webs, could have been dope if they would have had Miguel O'Hara do it. I'm just saying, that would have been dope.
Kind of grossed me out, but this guy's powers are disgusting.
I think Miguel would agree with you.
Well, yeah, one day he's just your average dweeb doing sciencey stuff like you, and the next he's got big lumps in his arms which shoot sticky stuff. Who wouldn't be weirded out?
Miguel saw his newfound power as a curse, a blight which turned him into an inhuman freak of nature.
But that didn't stop him from fighting crime, complete with his own Spidey suit.
His original costume was made from unstable molecules, allowing the use of his talons without tearing the fabric. He also wears a web-like cape made of light bright, which lets him glide through the air.
Oh, light bright! I remember that. Man, do they still have that in the future? And did they find a way to stop you losing those little pegs?
Light bite.
Yeah, whatever. The suit looks pretty cool, so I hate to spoil the mood, but it's...
Hold up. So unstable molecule fabric conforms to talons, glides via light bright cape. If it conforms to the talons and the talons can cut through most metals, that means you can't really tear the suit. That might be something that might put him in, make him compatible with Batman Beyond. Because I survived a shot from a howitzer. I don't know what that is. Flight through feet boosters, infrared vision, spider social projectiles, actual Day of the Dead costume. Because he's Mexican.
It's actually just a run-of-the-mill costume from a Day of the Dead festival. No, really.
Though after meeting the present-day Peter Parker, Miguel received a much-needed upgrade. His new suit contained synthesized unstable molecule fabric mixed with Kevlar, greatly improving his defense.
This suit can survive a shot from a howitzer artillery cannon. A common M777 military howitzer fires 92-pound shells at 2,200 feet per second. That hits with over 100 tons of force.
Miguel's even taken a hit from the Thing, a hit which shattered a tempered glass window and sent Miguel flying over 2 dozen feet.
And the new suit has explosives, hologram projectors, infrared scanning, and it's even got wings and rocket boosters on the feet. Wait, that sounds familiar.
Miguel may be a genius, but he's at his best when he's working with his holographic assistant, Lila, or the Y-rate lifeform approximation.
She's basically like the future Alexa with a bunch of extra features. She keeps track of Miguel's life signs and surroundings. With Lila's scanners and his super senses, anyone would have a hard time trying to sneak up on future Spidey.
While Lila was originally built as a home appliance, she can be stored on Miguel's portable communicator. She can act as an onboard lie detector and do advanced calculations to the 20th decimal in a millisecond, which is...
All right, now, let me ask you this. Now, would that actually be better than having the actual Batman as the person in the chair, the person in your ear? I don't know.
Amazing.
Fun fact, Lila's appearance was based on Marilyn Monroe.
Not that anybody in 2099 seems to know who Marilyn Monroe was. Okay, seriously, how did they lose so much information in less than 100 years? Remember, kids, always back up your files. It'll prevent the apocalypse.
Well, lucky for them, Miguel got over his emo phase and started setting the future back on track. And he had the skills to do it.
He's quick enough to dodge gunfire, tough enough to take a shotgun blast to the chest, resilient enough to tank electric shocks, and strong enough to rip a 20-ton turret off a tank.
More than that, he helped another Spider-Man keep this giant building piece in place. What even is that?
Likely some sort of antenna, but it also resembles the mooring mast atop the Empire State Building.
Back when everybody thought Zeppelins were the hot new thing, because who doesn't like riding a giant flammable balloon full of explosive gas?
Right.
Sign me up.
Assuming it's composed of steel and roughly estimating its size compared to the Spider-Man on the roof, then comparing the Empire State Building's mooring mast, this should weigh, at most, 200 tons.
So basically, Miguel's a badass, and he proved it in the most epic way possible.
I love that Across the Spider-Verse used out a lot of his lore. Yeah, exactly. Now, Terry McGinnis, he lifted a boulder that was 200. What did I say? It was like 219,000 pounds, and he's over here holding together a piece of a Empire State Building. Might have to get it.
After rebuilding the world with Captain America, Miguel inherited the most legendary weapon of them all, Mjolnir.
Although Thor's hammer didn't actually grant him its warrior powers, Miguel didn't use it as a weapon, but as proof of his authority, a literal symbol of the societal weight he alone could carry. With his dominance asserted, Miguel created the utopian future a person could only dream of.
And you thought Peter Parker was cool. This Spider-Man is at the top.
Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah, Web of Shadows is dope too. What up, Tommy?
That's me, ready to save the universe and looking good while doing it.
No, he doesn't sound like that.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, the future is now in the form of Blue Apron.
All right, while they're doing Blue Apron, let me give my chance to tell you exactly to hit that like button. Let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that have been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. All right. And if you're watching this, you watch this on replay, don't forget to like the video. And if you want to be a part of the crew, which you will get all of any video, you will actually get to watch first before the actual subscribers. Just go ahead. It's $2.99 a month. You know what I mean? To be a part of the crew. All right, let's get ready for a death battle.
Keep an eye out. I've been seeing some odd reports regarding this part of the city.
All right, I'm kind of interested. Who y'all got? Hold on. Wait a minute. Before we start, who you got? The Batman from the future, the Batman of Beyond, or the Spider-Man of 2099? Last time, put it in the chat before they get to boxing. Put it in the chat. Who do you got? You said, I think I'm going to give it to Batman. He seems to be too OP. The reason why I don't like DC, sometimes DC characters, you're way too OP. But let's see. But hold on, wait a minute. Spider-Man 2099 still has spider senses, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct? If he has I believe he still has Spidey senses. If he has Spidey senses, there's no way Terry McGinnis is winning this. All right, let's go.
Oh! Hey, Bozo! I was brooding there.
Who the shock are you?
All right.
Right back at you, fatty. Hey, Lila, give me a reading on this vampire guy, yeah?
Of course, Miguel.
He has Lila. He got
his
the
technical
Batman.
fighting style, but I can try hacking his suit.
He ain't gonna hack that suit. Oh.
He's too comfortable in the air. Try a different approach.
Yep, he got
ground level.
He has the Batman.
I can't move.
Wow. Does he have spider senses though? Wow. Oh man, that was the call from Street Fighter.
Something's trying to hack your suit. Our new friend, no doubt.
Yeah, it's
the hack
Batman.
going.
Nowhere fast.
Yeah, this is the Batman.
Finish this quick.
No problem. Can my fangs pierce his suit?
I think so.
Then I'll finish this myself.
Wow. Nah. Oh my God.
Lila! And problem solved.
I guess that's one way to do it.
That was trash.
KO!
I'm sorry.
I'll never get tired of seeing people.
I'm sorry. That was trash. That was 100% trash. I'm gonna get to this later, but let's finish. Let them finish.
Oh, up! It's always such a blast.
Thanks to Bruce's counsel, Terry used his flashbang to take advantage of Miguel's sensitive eyesight, and his electric shock that can short out large machinery to deal with Lila.
Yeah, unlike Bruce, the poor girl wasn't really built for combat. And while her hacking skills were top-notch, the isolated Batcave had the defenses to hold her off.
Even still, Terry's stats edged out Miguel's in more ways than one.
When it came to maneuverability and durability, they were mostly even. Both could dodge bullets and weave through the air. Both could survive heavy ballistic hits. But unlike Terry, Miguel's never outraced anything faster than a Mach 19 ballistic missile.
Yeah.
For physical strength, Terry had him beat too. Recall that boulder that he lifted underwater. This took place in Superman's Fortress of Solitude near the Arctic, so the boulder was likely composed of sedimentary dark limestone, the most common rock type around that location. So we compared Terry's height to the boulder, applied the density for limestone, and subtracted the weight reduced by underwater buoyancy to find the boulder's weight to be 192 tons.
Oh, wow.
And he tossed it aside like it was nothing. Terry's peak strength in the batsuit has to be more than 200 tons.
Assuming Miguel applied his fair share when holding up that antenna, his best strength feat we know of is at max 100 tons.
But he's a Spider-Man. Spider-Man can lift more than that, right?
Not usually. Technically, Miguel's powers are so different from Peter's that we shouldn't really scale him to other Spider-Men. But for the benefit of the doubt, let's do it anyway.
We'll check out 2 of Spider-Man's most impressive strength feats. The first is the time he braced a private jet while it was landing. Look at him.
Crazy.
He's literally the landing gear.
According to Spider-Man himself, the plane's total weight was at most 115,000 pounds. Adding the thrust from a Whittle W1 engine, which this small jet is most likely to have an engine comparable to, this feat comes out to 58 tons.
Not even close to Terry's 200. Then there was this one time where Spidey had to push way past his limits to lift what he offhandedly compared to as a locomotive. Since he could measure the plane, it's likely he's accurate here, but given the time period, that's still only 130 tons at most.
It's clear Terry had a pretty sizable physical advantage. And just because Terry's mind wasn't as fine-tuned as the original Batman's didn't mean he's dumb.
Even more, Miguel never trained like Terry did. Hell, he never really had much formal training at all. But Terry was trained by ninjas, stealth artists, and other crime fighters to be a master in the battlefield. And since Miguel didn't have a spider sense, Terry just had to wait until the untrained future Spidey left an opening.
In short, while Miguel wasn't completely outmatched, Terry's superior strength, counseling, equipment, and training won the bout.
Turns out this Batman was beyond him.
The winner is Batman Beyond.
This is trash.
Stick around, we're about to...
That was terrible. I'm sorry. That was garbage. Garbage. It's not even because Miguel lost. It was the main reason, really, because they continue to just make these dudes too OP. Like, it's dumb. Like, sometimes DC characters, oh my God, that's trash. That is trash. There's no way in hell Terry McGinnis is supposed to be that damn strong and all of that. But here come DC writers. Oh, well, Marvel just did something new. Let me make him more stronger than what he really is. Dumb. The original Batman is not even that strong. You gonna make you rearrange his father's DNA so he can have Bruce Man's baby juice. Dumb. I'm sorry. I did not like that death battle. That death battle was trash. I'm sorry. That death battle was garbage. Yeah. One of the first times I'm like, that death battle left a bad taste in my mouth. The Vegeta in Thor fight was way better than that. This was too short, too easy, just no thrills, no nothing. Oh God, it was horrible. Oh, anyway, what did you guys think about the death battle? I didn't like this. I didn't like it at all. But what did you guys think? Put it in the comment section below. This is trash.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
You know what? I'm happy to wrap this up. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Mack Show Death Battle Fridays. What did you think about this death battle? Did you think it was trash like I did? Or did you actually enjoy yourself watching this? Let me know in the comment section below. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe hard. Let me get up out of here because that was garbage. Where is my outro at? Because look, what I just seen, it ain't even game banging. So I gotta go.
Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Huh. Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.